My mother-in-law announced on day one of our vacation that she invited my husband's ex to make things more fun. I stood there holding a bag of groceries on the deck of the beach house we'd rented for the week. The same beach house I'd spent 3 months researching, budgeting for, coordinating schedules around. My daughter was napping inside. My husband Dean was unpacking the car, and his mother was smiling at me like she'd just announced she'd brought extra towels. "You invited Bree?" I said slowly, setting down the groceries before I dropped them. "Bree, who dated him for 4 years? That Bree? Oh, don't be so dramatic." She waved her hand dismissively, adjusting her sunglasses. "She's like family. Always has been. She'll be here tomorrow afternoon." My stomach dropped. I pulled Dean aside the moment his mother went inside. "Did you know about this?" His face told me everything. "Mom probably just feels bad for her," he said, not meeting my eyes. "Bree's been going through a rough divorce. She needed a getaway. I'd been married to this man for 6 years. We had a 3-year-old daughter, and his mother still couldn't let go of the perfect girlfriend who got away. The thing is, I knew this vacation was a setup from the start. My mother-in-law had been making comments for months. Little comparisons that landed like paper cuts. Bree used to make the best apple pie. Bree never minded when we dropped by unannounced. Bree understood that Dean's family always comes first. I'd smile through gritted teeth, change the subject, and swallow the anger. Bree arrived the next day in a white convertible, wearing a sundress that probably cost more than our monthly mortgage. She hugged everyone like she'd never left, like the past 6 years hadn't happened. My mother-in-law actually teared up. "It's been too long, sweetie. You look absolutely amazing." Dean hugged her too. A beat too long. For the next 2 days, I watched them relive every inside joke, every family vacation Bree had attended, every story that started with, "Remember when Bree?" My daughter asked why the pretty lady was at our vacation. "She's an old friend of Daddy's," I said, though friend felt generous. That night, I found them all looking through old photo albums. Photos I'd never seen. Dean and Bree at Christmas. Dean and Bree at his college graduation. Dean and Bree everywhere. By day 3, I'd had enough. I woke up early, packed my daughter's things quietly, and loaded the car. Dean found me as I was buckling her into her car seat. "Where are you going?" he asked, genuinely confused. "Home," I said. "You can stay here with your real family." I drove 4 hours back to our house. My phone exploded with texts. Dean saying I was overreacting, his mother calling me selfish and immature. Even his sister chimed in about how I was ruining everything. I ignored them all. What I didn't ignore was the text I got that night from Dean's brother's wife, the one who'd been silent the whole trip. She sent me a photo. It was Dean and Bree, sitting on the beach at sunset, his arm around her shoulders, my mother-in-law in the background, smiling like she'd orchestrated the whole thing. The text read, "I think you should see this. There's more." I stared at my phone as 3 more photos loaded. Dean and Bree having coffee alone on the deck at sunrise. Dean helping her apply sunscreen on her back. Dean laughing at something she said while my daughter played in the sand by herself. Forgotten. The final text came through. "Your mother-in-law told Bree that you and Dean are having problems. She said you're planning to leave him. She's been setting this up for months." My hands started shaking. I called my sister-in-law immediately. She answered on the first ring. "I recorded some of their conversations," she said quietly. "You need to hear what they've been saying about you behind closed doors." She sent me the first audio file at 9:47 p.m. I sat in my dark living room, my daughter asleep upstairs, and pressed play. My mother-in-law's voice came through first, crystal clear. "The problem with her is she's never understood what this family needs. Bree got it. Bree knew her place." Dean's sister laughed. "Remember how she used to organize all the family